Welcome to Seattle. We've been playing this game now for about 6 or 7 hours, and I think that that's plenty of time to like do my initial impression of the game and talk about a couple of things. I'm going to be honest, I have played the first game, but I played it so long ago that I barely even remember it. So coming into this game, I feel like I'm looking at it from the perspective of someone who's coming into the franchise brand new. So my initial reaction to the game will be inherently and massively different from someone who was a big fan and an avid fan of the first game and who remembers the first game really vividly. I remember aspects of the lore, I remember vague aspects of the clans and stuff. But when it comes to playing the actual game and how the game felt, the vibe of the game, I can understand why people who were expecting this to have the same vibe of the first game are going to be disappointed. The first game was quintessential early 2000s goth alternative vampire, Buffy the Vampire Slayer kind of vibe and feel. And to recreate that vibe and feel of the early 2000s in 2025, I think would be miraculous if someone could pull it off. And I think to expect that same vibe of the early 2000s in 2025 is expecting too much, honestly. Nothing will ever be able to recreate early 2000s, late 90s culture. It was my entire childhood. I grew up with it. I miss that. The nostalgia of going back and playing the first Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines game, that nostalgia is inherently locked within the vibe of the early 2000s, and you won't get it in 2025. With that in mind, I've come into this game just trying to take it as a vampire game, and I think if this game didn't have the name tag, I've heard a lot of people say this. A lot of people say that if this game didn't have the tag of Vampire the Masquerade, then as a standalone vampire game, it's actually really fun. I think the setting is absolutely beautiful. I love how they've done Seattle, all of the snow, all of the neon. I love the atmosphere of the city. I think they've done the atmosphere really well. I love looking at all the billboards. The church is absolutely beautiful. What did I do? What did I do?
Intriguing.
I'm not allowed to leave the city. I'm not allowed to go out of bounds. The mark stops me. That's an interesting way to keep you within the map, actually. That's actually a really interesting way. Like, we totally just did that by accident, but I'll include it in my review. That's an actual really interesting way to keep you within the bounds of the city. So the mark on your hand has you locked within the city and you can't leave it. The mark keeps you within bounds. So it's a storytelling way to stop you leaving the map or stop you going too far off the map without putting up an invisible wall. I like that. I think that's really creative. It's in keeping with the storytelling, and I think that that's a really good way to do it. I love the streets. I love the atmosphere. I love that it's snowing. I love that it's kind of like set near Christmas, so all the Christmas lights are up. There's a massive Christmas tree here. You wouldn't believe that this was Unreal Engine. I find nowadays that whenever games use Unreal Engine, it's very obviously Unreal Engine. Like, all Unreal Engine games tend to start to look the same. But this game has its own style. I feel like it's very stylistic, and I think that it does its style really well. But then look at this. Like, I've seen lots of people compare this to Cyberpunk in its neon kind of vision, but it's absolutely beautiful. I think setting wise it knocks it out the park. But this is beautiful though. Look at this. This is nice. This is beautiful. This little sitting area here, it's kind of giving Lady Dimitrescu a little bit. The setting is gorgeous. I love this place. I would live here. I love the atmosphere. I love being a vampire in a city. I love being able to scale the walls and sit on rooftops. I love being able to try and like dodge being noticed and just blending in when I want to and being a vampire whenever people aren't looking. I like stuff like that. Yeah, look at this. This is beautiful. Pachinko. And the Japanese is correct. I love that. But yeah, as far as atmosphere and visuals go, I think it's a beautiful game. It would be nice to be able to explore some of the buildings more. There are only certain amounts of buildings that you can actually go into. There's lots of alleys that you can go down, places that you can explore around the back of the buildings, which I like. Yeah, I can confirm that things are missing that would make the entire city feel more alive. Yeah, you guys are right. There aren't any cars driving around. Now that you mention it, yeah. Cars are all static. It's just people walking around the streets. You can't go into like many of the buildings. There are some buildings you can go into, but you can't go into all of them. That might be why it feels dead to me, because this is a large city and there should be traffic. Yeah, even at night there should be like something driving around. That I can understand, absolutely. As far as bugs go, I haven't come across many bugs. We were playing last night and we came across one bug where we were talking to an NPC, and even though the NPC was talking to us, her mouth wasn't moving.
Can you not feel it, Fabian?
Oh, lips aren't moving. But apart from that, the game hasn't been all that buggy for me personally. We haven't had any crashes. We haven't, like, touch wood. We haven't had anything major happen. There was a scene that I didn't like, actually. We were talking to that girl yesterday, and there was like, we were pretending to be someone else, and there was like 4 options. And I picked the wrong option, and instead of the dialogue working its way through me trying to find the right option, it just abruptly ended and told me just to like choose another option, which I didn't particularly like.
Well, hello there.
Oh my, I think I know what you are.
You do, huh?
Wait, there's something not right here. You're not one of the people I'm waiting for.
Oh, case of mistaken identity, sorry.
Who did she expect to meet? Well, hello there.
Oh my, I think I know what you are.
I get that she's on an errand from her sire, but it's one of those things where, like, even if you pick a different option, I feel like there should be like a dialogue run instead of you just choosing an option and the game saying, nope, not that one, try again. I feel like it should be like, she should be maybe like suspicious of it, and then the next thing that you say is to try and recover from it and bring it back around. I don't feel like it should just end and be like, you fucked up, there's only one right answer, try again, and then start it from the very beginning. I feel like it should be, if there is one right answer, then the other one should be like I say, she gets like a little bit suspicious, and then you can ask her something else, and if you say it wrong again, then maybe she'll hop out, maybe. But if you pick one that's more what you're supposed to say, then it might bring her back around, you know what I mean? And then the conversation might flow a little bit rather than just, no, abrupt stopped, no, abrupt stopped, no, abrupt stop, start again. I'm just saying. It kind of got annoying after a while. The film noir aspect of it, I don't mind it, but I'm a fan of film noir, and I can understand if people don't like film noir, if film noir isn't something that you're into, that might be a little bit jarring for people. I like Fabian. I don't really have a problem with the voice acting or any of the characters so far. I like Fire. I like Fire's accent. I like Fire's sassiness. But I've also personified Fire in my head into my own version of Fire, so it's still hard and early for me to tell. It's too early for me to tell whether I like the version of Fire that's in my head, or if I like the version of Fire that's in the game, if that makes sense. So we'll see. The story is intriguing. I like the detective noir aspect of it, and I'm actually looking forward to finding out what's going to happen, even though I think the story itself is going to be a little bit predictable. But it would be nice to see if what I've predicted the story is going to be turns out to not be what it is, and if there is a twist at the end, which I assume there will be. But that's something that only time will tell. How does the combat feel for you so far? I'm going to stay invisible for a hot second. Oh shit, no, defend me! wait, no, I want to feed. I want to feed. Let me feed. Oh my god, what's the fucking point? What's the fucking point of letting me feed, locking me in that animation, and whilst I'm locked in the animation, I can't get out of the animation. They just stab me to death whilst I'm locked in a fucking feeding animation that heals me. Like, what is the fucking point of all that? The combat for me honestly feels... Oh my god, it's so janky. It's so awkward sometimes. Like, I don't know exactly how I'm doing half of this, but we're... No. Fuck off! Fuck off! Like, what the fuck? What am I even doing? Like, I don't understand. Fun? It feels different. I like the clan that I've picked. I've picked a clan that's very much about speed, stealth, stopping time, slowing time down.
Between you and me,
We're being hunted.
No, you're not.
No, you're not. Shh. No, you're not. Nothing is happening.
It's taking me a minute to get used to. Give me the feed! I was pressing F to feed for like a million years. 400-year-old gets butt handed to him by 5 punks on a rooftop, yeah, with baseball bats. Fucking legendary, man. Because there's like so many buttons. Like, I've got the claw hand again on my keyboard because I'm not playing with a controller, I'm playing on keyboard. There is a little bit of dynamic that I have to get used to, but I'm finding it enjoyable. It's fun to try and figure it out and to make it work. Never mind, I figured it out. Oh, fuck. Yeah, get fucking dead. What I'm worried about with the combat is that it's going to become repetitive. I'm hoping that as the game goes on, it won't just be the same punch and kick and hack and slash or whatever, that like the whole way through. I'm hoping that as I learn more abilities and adapt and unlock different abilities from different clans, that I will be able to create a fighting style that is a little bit more dynamic and a little bit more engaging and enjoyable. But for right now, I don't mind the combat. I'm actually having a lot of fun with the combat. I'm having a good time with the game, definitely. Like I say, as a standalone vampire sim, I think it works really well. I feel like, considering the size of the game and considering the absolute rough development stages that the game had to get to where it is today, I feel like what they've done really well. They've essentially taken the lore of Vampire the Masquerade and then put their own spin on it. And I like it when people do that. I can understand why people don't like that, but at the same time, it's not even made by the same people. So I feel like I saw people in chat yesterday saying that they've brought some aspects of the tabletop into it. They've brought some aspects of just like tabletop culture into it, which I feel is, like, as a D&D player, I really appreciate stuff like that. It doesn't bother me when stuff like that is brought into games. I feel like it's all different aspects of different parts of Vampire the Masquerade that they've kind of like amalgamated into one game, which doesn't bother me. The one thing I will say though, the fact that you can't customize the facial structure of Pyre, so everybody's Pyre whether you pick the female pyre or the male pyre, everybody's pyre just looks the same, but with different makeup or different hairstyles or different hair colors. That's fine, but it would be nice if we went all just like carbon copies of each other. It would be nice to be able to like mold the face structure a little bit and like actually make and customize our own. Like, it would be nice to have a character creator rather than a character customizer, but I can understand why they did that. I can live with it because it's not an MMO. No, I understand. I think it's because I play MMOs that I can live with it. Like, if it was like a proper character creation in like an RPG, everybody's character would look slightly different, but in an MMO we all have the same facial structure. Like when I'm playing Final Fantasy XIV, I meet a dozen Warrior of Lights that have the same hairstyle, the same hair color, and the same face as my Warrior of Light because we've all picked the same one. So fundamentally, for me personally, having my pyre the way that my pyre is doesn't bother me. I just think it's going to be fun to see how everybody like customizes it. But I can understand why for some people being able to like customize their face would be really cool, like their face and their skin color and stuff. Like that would be just a nice thing to add into the game. It's okay for me to play a single character. Dead Space or Witcher were good games. Yeah, when you put it like that though, a lot of people say that it doesn't have that RPG element to it because you don't have like a proper character creator, and yet The Witcher exists. I agree. I love playing Geralt. I don't want like the custom. That's actually a really good point. My favorite thing about The Witcher is customizing Geralt's hair, but it's still Geralt. So yeah, stuff like that doesn't actually inherently bother me because I've played games where that is the thing, and I agree with that actually. I wish there was more clan dialogue. We had a scene yesterday where there was a clan dialogue that came up.
Isabella Moore, artist.
Toreador, I assume. This is like clan specific dialogue, so we're definitely going to pick that and see what my clan thinks about her clan, maybe.
And a Toreador, I take it.
Is it so obvious? I hope I don't offend your delicate sensibilities. You should stop by my place. Atrium. The kind call it a nightclub, but it's so much more.
Nothing really happened. I would love to be able to see the interactions between the different clans and how the different clans react to the clan that I am. I'm a Banu Hakim. I want to see people reacting to that. I want to hear dialogue, people talking about, oh, you're a Banu Hakim. Like, I want to see how the other clans clash with Banus, and I feel like there should be more of that. I'm also worried that an awful lot of the choices might not have real consequences, but that's just something that we're going to have to see as the game progresses. As far as side quests go, because I don't know how much side content there is, so far the only side questy type things that I've been doing are stopping criminals around the city. And I wanted to ask you guys this: people who are not playing a Banu Hakim, do you still have to fight all of these kind of like stop these criminals from breaking into cars or graffitiing onto walls? Or is that exclusively because I'm a Banu Hakim? That's an everyone thing? That's disappointing. If this is an everyone thing, then what's the point? Some of the controls seem really janky. Some of them are a little bit janky, to be fair. The keys are rebindable, so if you find them a bit awkward, you can just rebind them. Sometimes when I run, I don't stop running. Sometimes when I click on something, it doesn't quite register. And sometimes when you talk to someone, no audio comes out. The other thing I've noticed, if you want to talk about bugs, is whenever I feed from someone, regardless of whether it's a male model or a female model, they always make female sounds, and I don't know if that's supposed to be a thing. I'm going in. There's the girl sounds again. It's hit and miss. Like, that's lady sounds. So far, about 7 hours in, I'm enjoying it. I'm having fun with it. As a vampire experience, I'm enjoying being a vampire. But I'm coming from a space where I'm taking it as a vampire game and not being a hardcore fan of the first game. So take my take on it as you will. I feel like a lot of love was put into the game, and I appreciate it, especially when the game almost never existed, and we all know how that feels, don't we, guys? We all know how it feels for a game to have a rocky development and to be at risk of never existing in the first place. I'm not going to grudge the game for that because we know how it feels, don't we, guys? But I'm really looking forward to how it goes. And when I complete the game, I will do a full review of what I thought of the story, of what I thought of the combat when we get to higher levels, and what I think of it as a whole. But yeah, if I have forgotten anything that I haven't mentioned, let me know in the comments down below. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Let me know your thoughts and feelings about the game in the comments down below. I'd love to discuss it all with you. Are you enjoying the game? Are you not enjoying the game? What clan did you pick and why? And if you want to watch us play Bloodlines 2 in real time, then remember to come over to the Twitch stream, twitch.tv/UniFadewalker. The link to my Twitch is in the description box down below. Or if you can't make it to the live streams, I have a VOD channel. It's now over there, UniFadewalker VODs. If you want to watch me play the game and make up your own mind about it, then check out the VOD channel. All of the unedited streams and playthrough of Bloodlines 2 will be over there. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like and comment and subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in the next video.